Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Splode from Lynne Wohleber. I hope I pronounced that right. Okay. We had a lot of fun with this one on our Tangle Time sessions, and yeah, it's neat. It could look complicated, but it's not. It's really not. All right, it starts off with a grid of boxes. And like everything Zentangle, you can get so many different results depending on how the sizes that you use here. All right, so I'm going to leave myself a little room, because we start with these boxes, but you are going to be putting a diamond up above that, so we need to save some room. Then, of course, depending on how you want to do it. All right, and then okay. I will say it is also rather forgiving. All right, there we go. Next, diamonds on either side, and everything is going to touch. And for whatever reason, I'm liking to make my diamonds. Well, I guess it's kind of how she had done it. Like I said, it's really amazing. The different results that everyone got, and a lot of it was depending on how they made these. All right, and then I left a lot of room in between there, but oh well. One thing that I also have been doing is starting this on the box, so that way I'm more assured to get it halfway. So like right on that line. And this is a nice one because of the repetition of it, that you could just, like lose yourself in. And not only in, doing, the tangle part, but the decorating part too, because there's so many options. The options are open for you. And Lynne nicely put some ideas for how you could fill these spaces on her step outs. You'll find that in the description section of the video. All right. I want to say this might be just depending. It might be more of a challenge, this part, but I did find some workarounds. All right, so we're going to connect, I guess we'll call them these intersections here. So where the first one I'm going to do is this here to this here. So we're essentially going to make an asterisk, or actually, if you think about it, because you can kind of see the star in there, and we're going to connect the diagonal points. So what I was doing is, the first one is kind of a freebie. That one I couldn't mess up too much. This next one, what I did was, as I'm doing it, I'm eyeballing, so that way somewhere around these points is where I want to cross. So I just kind of go slow. Oh, and then look at me mess it up. That's all right. It's going to that corner, not to the corner of the box. Oh well. Okay. Maybe this the way I'll decorate it is to fill it in. That always works. All right. Next, like I said, we're going around, and so from here, especially if yours is a little wonky, like this one was pretty good, but some of them, as I was playing with it, yeah, get a little wonky. But so if you can come to the intersection, and then from the intersection go to the other side, that way you're more assured or I should say that's what makes it a little bit more forgiving if you do it that way versus I'm just making a straight line, because I know when I do that, I tend to miss. All right. And let's see. And we can do this on the sides too, and I think I shall. So when you have this and you have like little partials, what I was doing is starting with where I can make an X first. And so that's going to be here. And here. And then these ones, oh, shall I go off the page? Oh, why not? At least this way, you know, you can aim, you could draw more of a straight line because we're not necessarily lining it up with anything. All right, same thing here. And sometimes with these tangles, I mean, maybe it's just the way my brain works. I like to come up with those little things. It's like, okay, well, that one missed. You know, it's like if I line it up with this, then that's, you know, going to make it a little bit easier for me. At least this one, because I'm not lining it up with anything over here that helped. Okay, this one. Like I said, that first one, you don't have to worry about it so much. There we go. All right, and, the last one. I'm not going to do the little corners. You could if you wanted to. I do like Lynne's step out, and that's what she did. She just did these bits. Like that. Look at all of those spaces that we now can have fun with. And so many options. You know, Lynne gave a whole lot, but there are so many besides that. You know, and I didn't try. So on my version of the step outs, what did I do? I ordered the inside and then coffered it, which is to, you know, so if I drew a box and then from point to point, that's called coffering. I don't know if I want to do that or not, because I didn't try. I kind of like this one she did, which makes me think of a little bit. And what did she do? Oh, she just put lines. Oh, kind of like, it makes me think of the tangled pepper. So we're just going to put some, well, actually, let me start with the four corners. And we're not going all the way to the center. You know what? I'm going to do it a little different than she did, because I like to subdivide, divide again, and see how it's kind of making an orb in the center just from, you know, making these lines. So I think four corners is helpful first, and not having them meet. You know, you pick the distance apart, and then the rest of them try to have them be around. Well, no, actually, you don't necessarily want them to be around the same, because if they are, then it's going to create a box, not a circle. Or rather, an orb. Yeah, that looks neat. You know, and I'm just thinking, well, if I make it a little bit shorter, especially, you know, it's like shorter, let's see, four corners is one size, and then doing the division, you know, it's just a little bit smaller than the others, and then the last ones are kind of in between, and that helps. At least that's what my brain says when I'm doing it. All right, last one here. Yeah, and you can kind of see those lines, and if you can kind of picture an orb in there, that also can help. Like that. Yeah, and like I said, there is, so much that you can fill in. Let's see, what do we want to do with... Well, I did say I was thinking about filling in, especially where that line went wrong. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, as if it's a question, of course. Because that's, the beauty of so many things. Zentangle, when something goes awry, that is the first thought as well. Okay, how can I course correct that? Well, that's a 5. Huh. My graphic 1 has disappeared. As usual. Hold on. There it is. Okay. So I am going to fill in these here on the diagonal, and then I can actually, there we go, fix that one side. And if I do every other, as somebody mentioned on one of our sessions, that this kind of makes a Maltese cross, although this one is on the diagonal, depending on which way you look at it. If you look at it this way, I'm like, oh. And since I've done that, then we'll do the other one, so that way it's, could just leave it, since it's in the center, could just leave it as kind of a centerpiece. But it's kind of nice to, except, yeah. This part. Well, oh, maybe I can just leave those. We'll just do that for now. And see where I go. All right, a couple more. Yeah, that kind of, I don't think I need to do those other ones. Because we don't have to. We do what we want. This also kind of pops the boxes, these first boxes, a little bit too, with the nice contrast around the, well, at least 3 of the edges. Okay, and this last one. And I'm going to clean that up a little bit, those edges. It's nice to use that graphic 1 because it's, nice and thick and goes on fast, but getting into the little tight corners, come back with the 01 and just neaten it up a bit. And then too, you can redefine some of these lines as I did with my course correction there. Yep. Okay. I like it. All right. And then here's what I was thinking. Oh, you know what? I kind of like it when, so I'm going to do that. We'll do half of these, well, sort of half of these diamonds. I was going to go around the perimeter, but they're awful small, and so we would just end up with them grayed in. So I just scribbled some, and I'm spreading it around with the Tortillion while I'm deciding, okay, what to do with the big boxes. Well, add some shading somehow. That, I think I might do those around the perimeter, and then maybe on that inside. That's where my brain's going at the moment. Yeah, that looks neat. Okay. Start with around the perimeter first. Okay, I should do this the way I say. Putting the tip of the pencil and the tip of the Tortillion where I want it darkest, or where I don't, the line I don't want to go over. Safer that way. Oh, and that's looking neat. Yeah, and I think I can get that. Oops, whoops, here. Can do the inside maybe. Well, maybe, or maybe just leave it. I don't know. To measure how much graphite do I get on there now. And well, actually, if I put it to the inside of that orb versus right on the pencil lines, maybe. Yeah, I think that'll work. And especially if I go maybe a little bit darker. Like that. And yeah, and this, I'm totally not following the, Heather's rule that Heather just said. We'll say orbs don't count. This way too, you can, neaten it up a little bit with the graphite. Yeah. All of a sudden it's having a 1950s vibe to me. But that is it. And like I said, it's such a fun tangle because there's so many options to decorate. And it's not that hard. It looks like it is, but it's not really that hard. So I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, I would love it if you'd consider being a subscriber to the channel. Feel free to, I would say, and if you do that, and feel free to leave comments in the comment section. I do try to reply to them. And I appreciate any of those activities. Oh, and there's some hype thing. I have to look into it more, but there's somewhere where you can click to hype the video. So if you really liked it, click that hype thing. But I appreciate any of that because it does help to promote the channel with the algorithms and stuff. So, yeah, I appreciate that. Oh, let me share with this. Let me share with you what I did on the Tangle Time sessions, because I was just about to tell you, if you would like to come and tangle with me and a bunch of other Tangle addicts online, in the description section, you'll see the link tree. And then below that is, or excuse me, you'll see the step outs. Then below that is the link tree. There you will find all kinds of resources, my social media and my website where you can follow my blog, our Facebook group. And if you're interested in that, we have a private Facebook group for Tangle Addicts. When you click that, there are 4 questions that you have to answer when you get to Facebook. And as soon as I see that, then I'll let you in. The classes are Tuesdays and Thursdays, generally, except for weird schedule things, especially like now, right around the holidays. But this is from the Tangle Time session. The only thing that we are tied together with is the tangle or tangles that I decided to do. You get to do whatever however you're moved. I always, when I show, we kind of show and talk through the step outs and then look at the samples that the creator of the tangle did. And, however you're inspired to work is what you do. This was the PM session and I had no plan really. And this is what happened. And I like it. It's kind of cool. This one I decided because it's just funny because it was mentioned that, this is the Maltese star thing. And I'm like, I'm going to decorate it. But I decorated every one instead of every other one. It's turned out really cool. And I think if you can see, I'm going to hold it steady here. On this one, I used the silver shadow pen, blue silver shadow pen from, it's a jelly roll from Sakura. And it's neat. Oh, they look like this. They have the little stars on the handle, and the silver ones are clear. And actually, the stars are silver. Does it say silver on here somewhere? No. Interesting. But as you write, the metallic comes up to the top, but you just see that little halo of blue on the edge of the silver, and it's rather neat. They have I don't know, maybe it's like 5 different colors, and then they have gold ones, same colors, but so that would be gold instead of that silver. Just really, really cool. I'm gonna double check. And if not, I'm gonna make sure to put them on my Amazon Enabler Alert store. That's what we call when we share cool stuff. Is we call it an enabler alert because we're enabling each other to gotta go get some more stuff. So you should see it. I'll double check, and you might see it on that link. Look under pens. There's just a bunch of lists on the Amazon store, and it's stuff that I use, that Mom uses, that other people have recommended that they use, versus just putting a bunch of stuff on there. And there's lots of lists. Some are for specific classes, and I try to have them in categories as well. If it's for a specific class, just trying to make it easy for your shopping. All right. But yeah, it was just a lot of fun and amazing. It's like when you just look at it, it's like, those are the same tangle. Mm-hmm. And so that's just some of the fun that we have. All right. I think I've mentioned everything that I'd like to mention. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.